guessing, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, 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 boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Bucking on town, duck down. Falcons, pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy and you probably smell the crooked referees are Roger Goodell. Yeah, running like this and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like this and I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
As the Saints will claim a 16-14 win over the Arizona Cardinals. So the Saints make it work. The Saints get the victory today against the Arizona Cardinals, fam. So how y'all feeling about that? Not bad at all for the black and gold. Saints get the dub. All right. Not a bad game, man. Saints actually it was pretty entertaining, man. It was good seeing the guys fight. To be honest with you, to fight for the game. You seen Dennis Allen really wanted the game, man. He was in there calling timeouts. He was engaged in trying to get things happening. He was running down there, throwing the challenge flag. Remember, Dennis Allen was the one that threw the challenge flag that helped get that rushing touchdown that Spencer Rattler had got. That was Dennis Allen floating down there making that pop like that. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations. The Saints make it work, man, on the day and they finish up. So let's automatically just kind of jump into our pregame or our postgame, rather, fam. We get into some of this stuff here. As the Saints get the dub 16-14, 1-0 in preseason play. So a win is a win regardless of where you get it. And the Saints got the win. All right, so anyway, here's some of these statistics, the team stats right here, fam. I'm going to get the full screen right here so you guys can see it. All right, first down, 17-17. You can see for the Saints and them were tied up. The third down, Saints were 5 of 15 in the third down situation. 6 of 14 was the Arizona Cardinals. Fourth down, the Saints were a perfect 2 for 2. Cardinals 0 for 3. Total plays 68-66 Cardinals. The Cardinals had 328 yards versus 286 by the Saints. 11 total drives apiece. Cardinals averaged almost 5 yards per play. Saints 4.3, 185 yards passing versus 183 in favor of the Saints. 5 yards per pass. Then you look at the fact that you had 4 sacks by the Cardinals for 23 yards. Saints had 1 sack. The Saints ran for 101 yards. Cardinals put up 145 yards off of 31 rushing attempts. They averaged 4.7 yards per carry. Saints 3.5 on 29 attempts. Red zone, Saints not too good, but 1 for 4 in the red zone. Have to clean that up. 2 for 3 for the Arizona Cardinals. Penalties, Saints 9 penalties for 63 yards. Cardinals 7 penalties for 84 yards. No turnovers in the game. And time of possession went Arizona away 31-09 to 28-51. That's some of the information right there as we go to the box score for the family members. So we go into our breakdown. The rest of them, Jake Haener finished the game 9 of 13 for $107, 8.2 yards per throw. He had a 94.1 rating. Spencer Rattler, who helped not only rush to get the touchdown. That's right. Spencer not only got the touchdown running the ball to set the Saints up, but he also orchestrated the drive. They got the field goal for the Saints to win. So he was directly involved with 10 points that helped move the Saints into the win column in the preseason. He was 9 of 17, 70 yards, 4.1 per throw, and he was dealing with the worst line of all 3 quarterbacks. He had the third string line, so his numbers would have been better. 63.4 on the rating. Derek Carr was 2 of 6 12 yards today on 42.4. I didn't like how he looked back there. Maybe he looks better the next game. Jordan Mims had a really good game in terms of how he looked out there, catching the ball, running the ball, showing vision, 10 carries for 38 yards, almost 4 yards per run. James Robinson had 7 for 27, almost 4 yards per carry. Jamal Williams did his thing as well, stepping up, handling the business. And you can see 6 for 20 for him. Spencer had 2 scrambles for 8 yards and the score on the play. Then A.T. Perry led all wide receivers 4 times he was thrown at, 4 catches for A.T. Perry for 45 yards, 21.3 yards per catch for A.T. Perry had that long 58-yard catch. Dalen Hawker, 3 catches for 24 yards over 3 targets. So they're perfect. 4 for 4 for A.T. for 85, 3 for 3 for Dalen Hawker for 24. Samson Nakua had 2 catches for 19 yards as well. And then, of course, you're going to get down to James Robinson had the fumble, but it didn't go over to their side. Monty Rice, talking about linebackers stepping up. The veteran Monty Rice had 7 tackles, 6 for Anthony Orji. Kaliki Hudson had 6 tackles and a half a sack today, 5 from Willie Gay. Rod Teamer, the local product, stepped up. Rajon Wright had 4 tackles. McLean had 3. Kool-Aid had 3. He had a sack by Brian Bursey, a half a sack by Granderson, a half a sack by Kaliki Hudson, a sack by Nico Lalos, and Nate Shepard also had a half a sack in the game. So did Jack Halflin had a half a sack. So the Saints defense did some very positive things. And today you see the kick return guys right there. Jordan Mims, 2 kick returns for 52 yards, 26 yards average. James Robinson had 1 for 29. And Cedric Wilson, 2 punt returns for 24 yards on the day. Blake Grupe, 2 for 2. And on the field goals, and Charlie Smith kicks the game winner to help the Saints win from 37 on out. To help the black and gold right there. Lou Headley, 4 punts for 187, 3 of which was inside the 20s. Not bad at all if you're Lou Headley. 4 punts, 3 inside the 20, not bad. Matt Highball, the backup punter, 159, 1 touchback as well. So there you go. So the Saints, not a perfect effort, but in the end, they did more than enough to be able to fight and win the game. We'll have the post-game analysis from Dennis Allen momentarily in the game. But, man, listen, this was a good win for the black and gold. It wasn't a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination, but still in all, a win is a win. And like I said, you learn and you iron out wrinkles while you win. And the Saints did a good job of doing that today. They were able to make that work. All right, so big ups to the fam. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about the game. Any questions, please throw them in the chat. Duke says, yes, Rattler gets the game ball. There you go, Spencer Rattler. Indeed. I can't, hell yeah, the player of the game has got to be Spencer Rattler. It's got to be Spencer Rattler, right? I mean, he ran for a touchdown, and he said he was a part of the drive that helped get a touchdown. So absolutely, yeah, the player of the game is damn sure him. It got to be him. It's got to be him. All right, so anyway, fam, we're going to get ready to kind of jump off into the post-game momentarily, man. We're going to get that going in just a second, man. But shout out to the Saints, man. They were able to pull off a good win today to help the black and gold climb back in this thing. All right, Rattler, the future, we got one. All right, Tremaine said, what's up, Tremaine? Says Spencer's a straight baller. Who that? Rattler for QB1. Thank you, Boss Hog. Barbara says Carr looked like the garbage that he is. All right. Thank you. All right. KT, what's up, bro? So I like what I saw from the young quarterbacks. Who that, Q? Big ups to you, my brother. Good to see you. Trey says Cam Jordan played at nose. Molly Mall says Kool-Aid had a rough game, but he will bounce back. Indeed. Hoffa says just left the game. Rattler looked good. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. CB Allen says Carr looked bored and listless like his job was secured. Yeah, you got to have a better performance, man. All right. Rattler for QB1. Hemisphere said Carr looked like the best friend you invite to a barbecue. All right. Mad Drummer says, I'm sorry, but Rattler had to be QB2. He was sorry, but Rattler had to be QB2. He was cooking. He looked good in there, man. The poise that he showed. And like I said, he would have looked a lot better if he was playing behind the second stringers or even the first stringers. Imagine when he looks like that. He had the third stringers and he had to scramble a bunch of times. So yeah, I had to give him a lot of credit. Nola East 74, what's up, bro? Says Penning needs to go. All right, Barbara agrees. Penning is a bust, I'm afraid. 504 Coast says Q. If the Niners did it with Brick Purdy. We can do it with Spencer Rattler. He is Kubiak's guy. He's definitely Kubiak's guy. So yeah, the legend of Spencer Rattler grows. It grows. It grows. He was responsible for 10 points, and those 10 points decided to win in the Saints. So you can't take that away from the young fella. All right. CB says at least Rattler can improvise when the O-line breaks down. Carr escapes and creates about as well as cardboard cut. All right. Alpha says a lot of who that's was at the game. Brother Duke says I like the Cardinals defense was out there hitting. I like how we responded to their physicality. Indeed. All right. Thank y'all for that. All right. King Chosen One says with the worst line, bro. Yeah, I know. I agree with you, bro. I agree. He had the worst line. All right. Yeah, he definitely the pick. All right, brother Azaz Yayu. Hope I said your name right. My friend says I was skeptical at first, but Rattler is a general. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Hope I didn't screw your name up too bad. Brother Devon says I hope they notice under center formations aren't our strongest unit. And yeah, you kind of looked at the Saints offense. The new offense looked similar to the old offense. Did you guys see that? Do you agree with me on that, or I am just tripping? I was expecting something a little different. You know, the new offense I seen kind of looked like the old offense a little bit. What y'all think? Let me know. Tell me what y'all seen. Did y'all see what I see? All right, boss says Jakes and Carr are the same QB can run or just Rattler's the new era QB. Brother Devon says we could run after throwing. He says we could run after throwing, first move the chains. Thank you. All right. Appreciate you on that one. Yeah. He says, English says, do the gloating Mickey Big Q looking down his nose. Oh, yeah. I told you guys, man. I told you. How many of you raise your goddamn hands in here? If you're a general manager of a football team, we know what the hell we doing. Oh yeah, you're gonna hear the gloating Mickey Lomas, man. You're gonna see a strutting peacock possum tonight at that press conference. You just wait and see. You ever seen a possum with some peacock feathers? You about to see it tonight on that, boy. You gonna see it on this press conference. Watch how you hit that press conference after the win, boy. It's a peacock. It's a possum with peacock feathers. All right, Barbara says zone run depend on old linemen holding their blocks and plugging up the backside. There you go, Barbara. Shout out to you. Who will be the defensive player of the game? That's a good question. Who do y'all think? Is it Monty Rice? Is it Kaliki Hudson? I don't know. Monty led the team in tackles today. Rico Payton had a couple of bad balls that he bat down it. But who do y'all think the defensive player of the game for the Saints should be? Y'all put it in the chat. Let me know. All right. Azaz says A.T. Perry for wide receiver 3. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Shout out to M. Dot. What's up, M. Dot? Says Q. I know we shouldn't have rushed Rattler, but he is the future. He looked good tonight. And if he keeps doing stuff like this, bro, it's going to be incredibly difficult to stave off the groundswell of just support, which is great. Because if he keeps doing this, it'll put a lot of pressure on Derek Carr to clean up his game. Because see, the Saints thought they were going to bring these young quarterbacks in here. There will be no pressure on Derek Carr to operate with the $150 million quarterback. They didn't want to put a lot of pressure on him, but they inadvertently got young quarterbacks dueling each other. And then if you got Spencer here pushing Jake Henry out of the way, and then the groundswell of support from the Who Dat Nation with about Spencer Rattler, that's going to cause some, I ain't going to say it's going to cause some issues, but I'm telling you, if Carr struggles in some of these games, you're going to hear people on the sideline in these Saints home games yelling Spencer Rattler name. Put Spencer in. Put Spencer in. You're going to hear something similar to that. You're going to hear that if he struggles. So it's going to be, and that's good. That's good to have pressure like that. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you. You're fuck too kind.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you for that. All right, King Morrison, how you doing, sir? Says I'm ready to see what the offense looks like me when it he says when it gets fully unlocked. All right, thank you, brother Morrison there for your super chat. Says you're ready to see what the offense look like. I want to see what you guys think. Thank you for that, bro.
Thank you. thank you. Get fucked too kind.
How y'all feel about that? Did the offense tonight look similar to the offense you seen last year? I was looking for a bit of difference. I was looking for a little bit of difference. It did look similar to last year's offense, but ran a little bit better. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Am I just tripping? All right, let me know, fam, because y'all know I respect the hell out of y'all opinions, man. All right, Hoffa says we gotta come up with a nickname for Rattler. That's what. Yeah, there you go. People have called him the Rattler Snake. I think that's pretty much the closest one, but I don't know. We could do better than that, can't we? All right, that's right. CB Loomis. Oh yeah, well, you guys. How many of you goddamn guys in here? It's over 300 guys in here. How many of you guys have been the general manager of a football team? Huh? How many of you guys? I know what the hell I'm doing. Do you? Yeah, Mickey. Yeah, Mickey. You're gonna see, Mick. All right, Big Sean says kind of does look familiar. It's offensively, I hope we're just saving what we really want to run for the regular season. That's a good point, Sean. That's a good point, brother. It do look very similar because I was looking for something drastically, maybe not perhaps drastically, but I was looking for something different than what we seen, and that looks similar to what we were running last year. Just saying, it might be ran better, but it looks similar. All right, KT says Rattler's nickname is Rattlesnake. It's in his name. All right, thank you, KT. Zach says Kool-Aid did his thing. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Don, how you doing? Sir says Carr got one first down, looking like last year's trash. This is Rattler's offense to shine. See, it's going to be a problem for Derek Carr. Derek Carr has to step up. All right, yeah, he too comfortable. I don't know, bro. It's about all that's changing. All right, thank you, Demi, for being here. Appreciate you as well. 504 code says Q. Laddie and Carr feeling the pressure if we keep it real. Laddie and Carr over Kool-Aid. Yeah, Kool-Aid struggled a little bit today, but yeah, man, I think this is Lattimore's last year, to be honest with you, fam. I think this Laddie dad is last year. I think the Saints are more than likely going to move Lattimore. They got to sign Paulson. But I think this probably going to be the last year with Lattimore, to be honest with you, fam. The future is arriving very fast, man. KT says, Q, it's preseason, so they're trying to be as vanilla as possible with the new offense. They aren't trying to reveal too much. Yeah, I kind of thought about that, but I was trying to hope that we could see a sneak peek of some stuff. You know, try to see a sneak peek of some stuff. You know, but yeah, they did a real good job, if that's the case, to keep a lot of it's under wrap. You know, I was looking to see if we could see some other stuff here, you know, a little sneak peek. I get what you're saying, bro. I agree with you. All right. Mad Drummer say you ain't tripping. Out there just looks like last year's offense. Yeah, Trey says Cam Jordan played against a center tonight. Cam, and that's the spot. Cam inside, that works. Hemisphere says nothing like last year, Q, but you could tell everyone is still learning offense. All right, here come a proud strutting peacock, fam. Y'all put one in the chat if you can hear DA. Here we.
It's a win. There's certainly a lot of things we got to clean up, but ultimately we were able to get a win in an NFL game. I thought, there's a lot of things we got to clean up offensively, but I thought 2-minute drives, being able to go down and execute. Really ended up kind of being the difference in the game. I also thought our offense, when we gave up a touchdown to start the second half, I thought our offense responded, going right back down the field and answering. So, I thought those were positives. I thought early on in the game, I thought we did some good things on defense. I thought early we were able to kind of get some pressure on the quarterback a little bit. And look, we minimized, the points allowed in the game. And yet I thought, later in the game, I feel like there were some things that we could have done better and executed a little bit better. So with that, I'll open it up to questions. Look, I thought he executed with poise. I thought he made some plays. I thought he was able to create a little bit with his feet when things didn't go exactly how you wanted it to. So I thought he did a good job. I thought Haener did well. I thought he came in and executed his job. So, I was pleased with what we were able to get accomplished there with those two players. Now we're going to go back and we're going to look at the tape and we're going to make the corrections that we need to make. There's some things that we have to be better at. But I thought overall, for a first preseason game, and this being Spencer's first shot out, I thought I was pleased with what I saw.
You mentioned the lead up to the game that you wanted to see what they look like under the lights.
I thought both of them made plays. I thought both of them did some good stuff. Both of them led 2-minute drives, and so look, you can never get enough of that type of situational work, and I think in particular for those young guys to, be put in those situations, and I thought both of them responded well.
You guys left Squawka and I got the comments on fronts. Just what do you think on that?
They need to play. I mean, those guys need to play. They haven't established themselves yet, and so they need a ton of reps. So that was the thought.
I know you've kind of seen the film out of them, but any first glance impression?
Yeah, it'd be hard for me to really say right now. So I'm going to go back and look at the tape before I, get too in depth on any of that. I think it's much more difficult to evaluate where you're at the offensive line position than it is for me to tell you how I think the quarterback looked.
What was your comfort level with Charlie on that last game? I think you got the goal, 40, 50.
Well, look, I think in that situation, at the end of the game like that, yeah, I mean, we would have kicked it from, I don't know, 60, depending on, how much time was left in the game and whether I thought what the down and distance was and percentages, what we thought, so that's kind of a little bit of a hypothetical. But look, I felt good about him hitting the distance. I wasn't worried about that at all, and I thought it was awesome, man. First kick in not an NFL game, first kick in a football game, American football game, and for him to knock it through like that in a pressure situation was cool to see.
Spencer handled that scenario, or he didn't get the clock all the way down.
Yeah, look, I thought overall, he handled it well. There's a lot of things that we're going to go back and look at and say, man, we got to improve here. We got to be better here. This situation, this would be a better decision, but look, ultimately he took our team from our end of the field, drove it down to their end of the field, put us in a position to kick a game-winning field goal. And I think it's the job of the quarterback, right? So, so that was good. Now, where do we go, next week, the week after? How do we improve? That's what's key now. Look, we've got so many new things on offense. We got a new scheme, a new play caller, some new pieces on the offensive line. We need to play. So that was the thought process. We need to play, and I don't think that's really too unique. I think I saw Patrick Mahomes started, and so I guess if Coach Reed thinks it's okay to play your starters in the first preseason game, that's probably not a bad idea. That's to be determined, so we'll get back and talk about it and what we like, what we not like, and kind of go from there.
Do you have a preference on that, DA?
I think it's whatever makes him the most comfortable. And really, honestly, it's what fits our team the best. And look, we started off last year with Joe Woods in the press box, and then somewhere during the season, I thought our guys needed him on the sideline, so we brought him down on the sideline. So I think that's always something that you're looking at and evaluating. And in particular, when you got new pieces, So, yeah, we'll look at it and see what we think, and look, whatever we do next week may not be what we do the following week. I think we just got to keep evaluating that.
Could replay on the Rattler touchdown? Did that process work for you?
Yeah, no, look, I mean, the guys upstairs did a great job. Here, the thing about replay that's challenging, is you have to make sure that you've got clear and obvious evidence. And so, and when I'm watching it on the big screen, as they're looking at it, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, I think it's across. I think the ball's inside, but I can't tell. And it wasn't until they got to the next view that, when you kind of piece it all together, it certainly looked like the ball crossed the plane. But I thought our guys did a good job of saying that they felt like it was in, and so we got the challenge. Yeah, I mean, I think there were some good things. I mean, obviously, the one explosive pass there, at the end of the first half that, set us up in scoring position. I mean, that was a huge play in the game. And so I'd probably have to go back and look at the whole thing. How did he block? How did he get aligned? How well was he getting open when the ball didn't go to him? Like, those are all the things that, I mean, it's easy to look and see when he hits somebody on a double move in the 2 minute, that's a big play. And that's obviously, important. So I think I gotta look at it, but that certainly was a big play. I mean, I thought I don't know what I thought. You know what I mean? Like, it just looked like a kickoff to me. It didn't. I mean, other than they got aligned in a different spot, it didn't look a whole lot different to me. So now the uniqueness of it is I do feel like there's kind of one level on your blocking and kind of one level on your defense, which, I think when you're really talking about defensive football, you don't really want everybody on one level, because if you're all on one level, then if they crease it, then it becomes a big play. So, look, I think that's just going to be something that we're going to continue to look at and evaluate throughout the course of preseason. I don't know what everybody's going to show or not show, or what you can do differently, So I think you're going to get even into the early part of the season, and you're going to have to, be able to adjust. And I think the teams that adjust the best are going to have the most success.
What do you think of the tackling? Usually first game.
I'd say overall, I thought it was pretty good. There's a couple plays that lack what I would be looking for. And so, look, I think when you get into the first preseason game, really from a defensive perspective, like, I'm looking at effort, and I'm looking at guys swarming the ball, playing the right way. It's not as much to me about, are they executing the scheme exactly right, or are they executing the technique exactly right? I want to know if they're going to play football. I want to know if they're going to play, a physical brand of football and play with great effort. I'd say overall, I thought it was pretty good, and yet I can think of a half dozen examples in my head right now that, there's going to be some tough coaching tomorrow, and that's just part of it. All right. Thanks, guys.
We'll bring up Derek Carr, Willie Gay, and Barry in.
What did you want to get accomplished?
Play as much as we could. No one told us, how many plays or anything like that. So really just hearing Clint communicate, having those conversations, all those things, and then you want to win. You know, anytime you get a chance to put the jersey on, I've always said this. It's just such a blessing to be able to play in an NFL game, preseason, regular season or not. You're just always thankful for those moments. And so, being able to go out there and play, and then they're like, you guys are done. It's like right as you're getting, you get so excited, and then all of a sudden it's over, in 10 minutes. And that's tough about the preseason. But, I thought communication-wise, all those kind of things, there'll be things to correct and all that. But it was just nice to, it's a new voice, hearing that, new for our guys, all those kind of things. So it was good to finally get to do that in a live situation. Yeah. I think he's a great communicator. I thought it was very clear, and that stuff matters. And so, I don't know. I just thought he did a great job, communicating with us. Even when I came out, I was listening, and just hearing what he was saying, and the reminders, all those kind of things that are going to come up only in game situations. And so, all those things were pretty cool. And you see why he's such a good coach. Not just what we thought about him, but during a game, the reminders and the things that he can remember for the quarterback is pretty cool.
What's the difference between having your offensive coordinator on the sideline where you kind of go up to him and talk to him versus having the press box where you kind of communicate in different ways? Does that change kind of your approach in terms of how you make those changes?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think him and Coach Janocko have such a great relationship. So it's like if I'm talking to Janocko, it's like talking to Clint. And so it is different. I'm used to the play caller being on the field. You go to, hey, I'm thinking, this, or what about this, or hey, they're really, I'm seeing this. I know when it's this. Let's do that. So those conversations is kind of still in between. But at the same time, I thought it was clean. I don't know if he's going to be up or down every time. I don't know. But it's different. But it's also at the same time, you just come over, do your thing, and then there's one voice talking to you. It's Coach Janocko. So I don't know if one way's better than the other, but I thought it was good today.
Is this the first time in your career that you've had the play caller in the press box?
No, not the first time. But it's been some years since I've had that though.
Just understanding the preseason is what it is. Is it frustrating that you only get 9 plays, and you aren't really able to do a lot with it, and then you have to come out and just kind of sit with that for a week?
Yeah, because there's things that we've been working on. You're like, but I don't want to show this, and then he's like, yeah, I don't want to show this either, and I don't want to show this. So then you get down to it, and you're running the basic stuff, and it's but like I said, to get out there and play, you still got to execute, and you still got to try and make it happen no matter what. We didn't, we were laughing on the sideline right before I was going out, and he's like, quarterback coach, I'll let you know who's playing nickel. I'll let you. I don't know. I'll let you know. You don't game plan for these or anything like that. So. That part is hard, and that's the weird part about preseason. But at the same time, it's man, I get to get hit again. You get all that, throw a ball, see the coverages from someone else. Try and use the keys and things that you use against somebody else. So that stuff is positive. But when it comes to, man, of course we want to go down there and score, and everyone feels good, and you come off and root for the young guys. But at the same time, you understand what it is. I thought they did awesome. Yeah, there's going to be. Who cares about things they got to clean up, man? I always tell those guys, cut it loose, because this is what an opportunity it is for you to just cut it loose and figure it out. And I had the same thing with Schaub. I was in a great situation where I can just go out there and just let it rip, and I learn from mistakes and learn from things, and and just the communication. I think from both of them as they come off too. I just listen to them talk and the way they see things, and if I have a helpful thing that has helped me, I'll help them. But if not, I just try and let them play. That's their time. Game day's for the players. So in that moment, you're kind of like a coach, and you just try and get out of the way, let them play. But if you see something, try and help. Hey, they are doing this, and then, and then you see them throw a completion. And that stuff's cool.
Watching Spencer after the 2-minute game.
It's awesome, man. He's done a great job. Him and Jake both have done a great job of because we had one in the first half too of that drill all camp, and so. To see them operate that, Jake going down, getting us points, much needed. Obviously, we needed them. And then Spencer going down, getting us points to win the game, setting up Charlie, which was awesome. It was his first kick. But seeing that operation, that's just as a quarterback, that's your favorite time. Just get to play fast, go throw the ball, find completions, and try and win the game. So it's awesome.
Were you all playing you two in the locker room for Charlie?
I can neither confirm or deny that. I am not in charge of the auxiliary court.
Seeing that, you just jacked up at?
Yes.
Like,
Oh. I hope someone has the most awkward high five I've ever received in my life. Like, I went to give him a high five, and I don't know what. I was like, I'm lucky I didn't break my hand. But he was juiced, and rightfully so. He just told us, like, I didn't know this. He hadn't kicked a football like a year ago. He had never kicked a football. It's like, to go out there and kick a game winner, who cares? Even though it's pre, like, who cares? Like, that's something he'll remember forever. You know, that's pretty awesome. Good. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yep, see y'all.
All right, there it is. So A.T. Perry's supposed to be coming up here next. We'll see what they got going on. There he is. A.T. Perry.
All right, we have A.T. Perry first, and then Willie Gay Jr. He really started to come on this year last week during camp with Big Brace House. Who is it for you to just kind of keep that rolling and bring it back to the game?
I mean, like I said before, I'm just trying to be consistent. You know, just going out whenever I get my plays, get my opportunity, just make the most of it. So, had opportunities tonight and just made those plays. So.
Yeah, the DA said they gave him a double move at the end of the half. He ready, NBA right. Can you just talk us through that play? What you saw?
Yeah, it was just a little concept. Just corner, go. Seeing the safety that he was down a little bit, so seeing the opportunity. So once I got past the corner, ran out of field. I was expecting the ball, so I seen the ball in the air, tracked it, made sure I secured the catch. So.
Then you also were able to draw DPI. Same situation or different?
It's just a little different. Corner was stacked on top of me, so I tried to just stack on top of him. Ball was in the air, just try to make a contested play, but luckily I got the DPI. Those type of plays I'm going to make, but unfortunately I didn't. But luckily we got the DPI and moved the ball. So.
What did you think of Spencer's minute?
Oh, it was great. He just controlled the offense. Just made sure guys stayed leveled. Just with the cadence and the plays and everything. But I'm really proud of him. He did good tonight. So is Jake. What I'm saying? Those guys come in every day and work. So they got the opportunity today and they show what they can do. So.
Get the yards for the DPI.
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
I said, do you think the NFL should change the rule that you get the yards for the DPI?
Honestly, yeah.
You're going to get a lot of reps tonight with being a little thin. Is that something you're really looking forward to?
Yeah, just unfortunately those guys went down, but just like I said, it's opportunities for the rest of us to step up. Those guys went out, made plays, went in there and blocked. Just moved the chain, so really excited for them, really proud of them tonight. So.
It's kind of the emphasis that the rest of the coaches put on you guys. Maybe you're not like first in the progression,
Mm-hmm.
And when the ball's not coming, like how do they kind of coach you all?
Find somebody to block. If you're not having the ball, go find a body. He preaches that every day, just with our run game. Just everybody just go find somebody, block, just making those explosive plays, happening down the field. So.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.
More people than this, right? I guess preseason, huh? Oh yeah, they don't care about us like that. Me and AT.
Willie, first opportunity for you to get out there and see some of the game. I mean, I did feel.
It felt real good, man. I walked in the locker room before the game, man, and obviously I know I'm on a new team, but to see the uniform set out and the number on my jersey, last name on the back, man, and be with my new teammates, it felt amazing, and I'm with a great team, great organization, great coaches, great players around me. And we had fun tonight, and I'm blessed to be here.
Who are you looking to accomplish this? I think we've created 5 tackles, tackle for loss. Seems to be kind of all over the place. What are you looking to accomplish?
Just do my job. I want them to look at the film and say, well, one thing about Six, he's gonna do his job and he's gonna run to the ball. You You won't make a spectacular play every game. You know, you won't make the biggest hit every game. But if you do your job, be in position, and like Coach DA said, if you look right, you'll do right. You know, and I like to be consistent at doing my job. And when you do that, the plays fall in your lap.
So you made the 4th down stop. Were you a little surprised they bounced out to you?
Nah, usually with quarterback sneaks, that's how they do it. They expect the middle to be clogged up because obviously everybody say sneak and get and just crunch down in the middle. And the quarterbacks, it's a great thing for them to do, you know, to roll off the side. But good thing for us, we was in a great call, and I was able to clean up off the edge. And he fell short of the line and got off the field.
Like we're in the stop 3, 4th down conversion. Just be able to work on that in a live game other than practice. How key is that for you guys to get that kind of work in?
Well, we definitely practice those things, and to see it, you know, work out in our favor in the game is definitely it gives us that okay, well, we know we didn't practice this in vain. You know, it paid off for us, preseason or not. You know, and it's gonna roll over. This momentum is only gonna roll over to the next game, and then regular season. So we got to keep rolling from here.
Good to see the pass rush keep going against the team in another uniform.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun going against somebody else for sure.
You know you're on the sideline, but is it encouraging to see your 2 young quarterbacks lead a couple 2-minute drills?
Oh yeah. Those guys some ballers now. Jake and Spencer, man, they some ballers. You know, I never saw them play before being here, but I mean, obviously, I seen Spencer in college. You know, not against him, but on TV. You know, but just being on the same team with those guys as the backups, man, I got a lot of faith in them. You know.
There's been a lot of points in the first half. Like, how do you think, you know, while you were on the field,
I feel like we played pretty good, man. It's the details that we can clean up that the people that's watching don't really understand, but that's the stuff that gets you into the playoffs, then the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl, you know. And once we get those little things cleaned up, and we're giving up 0 points, next thing you know, a team has 20 rushing yards and 80 passing yards, and you dominate, you know. And but like I said, it's the details that get you to that point. So once we get that, we'll be rolling.
So I saw you backing out to living on a prairie down there.
Yeah, man. We back in Kansas City. I will say they play some good music back in Kansas City, man. So I'm hip to a lot of the good music now. So I listen to it all.
Gotcha. Let me just, generally speaking, is that important to you to kind of be the Mario would call it the juice guy back in the juice
Yeah.
to be that guy who kind of brings the energy?
Oh, I am the juice man now. You know, I don't know if you know it or not, but that's the name they gave me back where I came from, and not because I try to, you know, show off or nothing. It's just who I am. You know, I love the game. I love bringing the energy, bringing the juice. You know, and I'm the juice man for that reason. So.
Did Charlie Smith adequately juice up at the game?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I actually talked to him, man. I think he had a bad kickoff or something. You know, I don't know, but middle of the game, and he was looking kind of down, and I kind of talked to him. Not saying I had anything to do with him making that game winner, but man, I'm happy to see him, you know, make that kick, and it's a big motivational like push for him, and encourages him, you know, and lets him know, man, you can win a lot of games for us, you know, as the kicker. So it was a big deal for sure. Thank you, guys.
All right, shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. Willie Gay completes it, man. Good interviews right there. Now, a lot of positive stuff happened today. The Saints fought to get the win. It was positive, all positive. Wasn't perfect, but like we said, as long as you can win, you know, learn and win, that's what it be. You know, that's what's tolerated. Now, a lot of people don't make such a big deal about winning in the preseason, but you have to look at it. A win is a win anytime you get it, whether it's preseason or not. This helps going into the season. So shout out to you guys. All right, Louisiana, shout out to you, my fam, for the super chat. Dennis Allen is the cleanup, man. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Get fucked too kind.
Yeah, the cleanup. Y'all crazy, man. Do I have to bring that back, man? You got a lot of great times from the Who Dat family, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that? I used to bust that Willie D. Oh man. Oh man, that's the craziness, man. Yeah, we're gonna bring that back, fam. We're gonna bring that back. All right, Bullet Family Travel Vlog. Shout out T says, here we go. The cleanup, man. There you go. Yeah, we gotta clean it up. We gotta clean it up. Yeah. You thought it was a game when I told y'all about that cleanup, man? Y'all thought it was a game, huh? Y'all thought it was a goddamn game about that cleanup, man. But I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing about the cleanup, man. All right, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Super.
Thank you. You're fuck too kind.
Hey, let's give a shout out to Dinner Salad, man. Let's give a shout out to the cleanup, man, bro. Let's give a shout out to the cleanup, man. Here, one time for Dinner Salad. Here we go, fam. Put one in the chat.
But I'm the cleanup man.
Cleanup man. He'll sweep your girlfriend off the feet. The reason I know so much about him is because he's moved up an old girl of mine.
What is he doing? It's just first of all, it's weird because the dude looks like Zion. That's number one. He looked like Zion Williamson. And why is he gyrating in this fashion? What's going on?
So much about him. It's because he's moved up an old girl of mine.
It's the fact that they filmed this in his mama house. That's another funny factor of this video, man. So every time we hear the cleanup, man, bro, that's what we hit him with that. All right, shout out to you, King Morrison, man. He doesn't want to admit that rap. Nah, he gonna tamp that down. Y'all already know. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You're fuck too kind.
Oh man, that's a funny one, man. I gotta keep y'all. That's funny, man. I would be bringing that back, man. We gonna bring that back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. You're right. The plaque. What's up with the plaque, man? Yeah, he said the plaque though. Yeah, bro. I know that's the funny shit. Oh man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Oh man, so anytime, inside joke for the family members that don't know, anytime that you hear Dennis Allen talk about they got to clean it up, the cleanup man, that's what we bust on them there. The cleanup man, that's what it is. All right, big ups to the fan. Appreciate y'all, man. I know. It's the plaque. Dude, look at the tree, bro. The tree. And the crazy part is, man, the camera, why is the camera doing it?
The reason I know so much about him.
Why was the camera? And then they just stopped.
It's because he's moved up an old girl of mine.
Oh man, they need to stop it, man. Stop. All right, yeah, man, yeah. The shirt though, y'all crazy, man. Then he transitioned to his cousin spinning in his dicky pantses, his work pants. I don't get this video. I'm saying, I don't get it, man. I don't know why he's dancing like this. I don't know, fam. It's just the fun. It's one of those funnies, man. I like to talk about, man. Oh my goodness, that's too funny, man. All right, so anyway, shout out to y'all, man. To the Mighty Who Dat Nation. The Saints did get the win today. Big ups to the Black and Gold. They did get the W today, beating the Arizona Cardinals. The Saints are 1-0 in preseason, and the next matchup that our Black and Gold have will be on the 18th. It'll be against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, remember, fam, we supposed to be scrimmaging the San Francisco 49ers coming up here next week. So y'all stay tuned for all that information. We'll be covering that on the Sports Coma. And the 49ers are 0-1. They lost to the Titans in a close game. And the Saints will be going into San Fran to try to get win number 2 of the regular season. But like I said, once these preseason games start, boy, preseason going to be over real fast. It's going to be over real fast, man. We already done with week 1. Before long, it'll be week 2 of the preseason, week 3 regular season. Here we go. But it's going to be fun because the crazy part about it is we're looking at these games are going to be fun because of the backup QB battle between Jake Haener and Spencer Rattler. You know, that is going to keep the game exciting. That's what kept the game exciting tonight, because usually, you know, we'd already been checked out on this game. You know what I'm saying? In terms of us watching it, you know, we'd have been checked out. But the game felt, I ain't going to say it felt like a regular season game, but we were dialed in, and so were they. Dennis Allen was dialed in like it was a regular season contest tonight. So like I said, we'll be seeing the 49ers coming up next week, man, and we just have to keep it going. And like I said, the Saints wanted to win this game. Dennis Allen was running it like a regular season game. He was in there with the same energy, challenging plays. He wanted the W. He's probably going to have the same energy against the 49ers, and it would be a very promising thing for the Saints to carry this energy into the regular season. If the Saints won all 3 of these preseason games, it doesn't really count for anything record wise, but in terms of energy and mojo, oh hell yeah, that's a good energy to take into the start of the season. All right. Yeah. Every time, see, fam, we have fun on here on the Sports Coma, man. You know, we have fun here, man. We joke and we keep it entertaining. We keep it lively. Hell, we've been on the air. But I've been on there for like 2.5 hours. I was, I had a family emergency I had to take care of prior to the stream. But I'll let the family members know that everything started earlier. So yes, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool, man, to be honest with you, to watch it happen. What's up, Brother Gundam? He says Spencer Rattler is nice with that time. He'll just get better. Hopefully it doesn't suppress his growth with his politics. I don't think he does. I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't think he does. And of course, Sean is saying, play it one more time, Q. All right, bro. We're going to play the cleanup, man. This is Dennis Allen. We're going to go at it one more again. Here we go. Then. He'll sweeten your girlfriend off the feet. The reason I know so much about him is because he's moved up an old girl of mine. Swept her right off her feet and into the. This man in his work attire. Why is this guy spinning around parallel? He got his work shoes on and his work pants on. What part of the game is that? You know, I don't think that's the flashy dude. I don't think this is Zion, by the way. This is another dude that probably his cousin that worked in the factory. He wanted to be in the video, but his shirt was a little too dirty. So he told the cameraman just capture his work shoes and, do that spin move you like to do. That's cool. So he busts a spin move for you. So, I mean, it's just inside game here. All right. But yes, that's dedicated to Dennis Allen. Shout out to Dennis. Zion, if this is Zion Williamson, instead of playing basketball, going into a singing career, this is what it looks like. And you see it's not a good look. Keep playing basketball, Zion. Keep playing basketball. All right. So anyway, fam, listen, I'm going to get ready to get out on that, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate all the super chatters and cash appers, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you for joining the stream tonight. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow, Sunday, Thursday. We'll be back. Tomorrow we got Pelican post game report. We're going to do a live Sports Coma, kind of another recap of what we seen tonight. Looking at, and like I said, man, we kind of looked at the Derek Carr came out and said what he said, but Derek Carr really didn't look good, even though we know that we're looking at Jake Haener and Spencer Rattler battling for that position. But Derek Carr looked poor. He looked the poorest of all of them. In this game, rookies and first and second year quarterbacks outperformed Derek Carr, and he was out there for like 3 series. I want to say, you correct me if I'm wrong, fam. Wasn't Derek Carr out there for the Saints for 3 series? Y'all remind me. I want to say it was 3 series. What's up, Scoob? What's up, my brother Scoob? Shout out to you, bro. All right. How many series was it for Derek Carr, fam? Am I correct? Was it 3 series? Y'all remind me in the chat. Thank you, Marvin. Appreciate the super chat right there, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Get fucked too kind.
Appreciate you, bro. All right. He said this will be a fun. Oh, yeah. You know we're going to keep it fun, bro. Whether we win, lose, or draw, we're going to have fun here on the Sports Coma. Y'all already know how that goes. Y'all know how we do. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. Y'all know I'm a play something crazy for y'all to have y'all cracking up. Y'all know I'm going to say something that's going to crack y'all up. Y'all know I'm an entertainer, part comedian, you know, ventriloquist, you know, I did that. But man, listen, man, it's going to be fun. All right. KT says Q, Derek Carr is a sitcom suburban dad comedy. Bro, I like Derek Carr as a person, but it's a little too wordy. You know, you're a little too wordy, my brother, for somebody that really didn't do shit out there. I mean, yeah, because from what I seen from Derek Carr was, yeah, you know, like you watch Jake Haener, and it's even though he didn't have a lot of this, I want to say it was 3 series. How many series was it? Okay, who that Dallas said? Yes, it was 3. He said it was 3. Okay, cool. Because that's what I thought. I was like, I seen it for 3 series. The first series, I seen, I was like, oh no, this don't look good at all. No, because he was overthrowing. I was like, no. So they put him out there again to see if he can lead the field, because they didn't want him to leave without having some type of rhythm, because, you know, that wouldn't look right. So they let him stay for 3 series. Now, had he conducted the drive successfully and looked sharp, 1 series he was off the field. But them first 2 series didn't look good, so they kept him out there for the 3rd series. And with the first team, and it just looked quite disjointed. So I was like, I don't know. I don't like how Derek Carr looked. But you have a lot of stuff going on. You got other guys you paying attention to. But what I seen from Derek Carr, I didn't like what I seen from Derek Carr. Not in them 3 series. He had 3 offensive series, and I didn't like how it looked. So I don't think we'll probably see Carr. I don't think Dennis Allen's going to play Carr for the rest of the preseason in the next 2 games. You know, I think if Carr wanted to, he could press DA to, look, man, let me get a couple of series in this game too. I don't like how these last 3 series loves. Let me get a couple of series. He could press him, and maybe Dennis Allen will let him. But if he doesn't, he'll sit out for the next 2 weeks and then come back for the regular season game. You know, and then it goes into that thing about, do you really want your starting quarterback out there during preseason, stuff like that? You want to try to see if you can kind of knock the rust off of him and, you know, get him a series here. You don't want him. And I've seen coaches do this in the past. Like the last preseason game, they let the starting quarterback go out there for a couple of series, because they don't want, and this is thought process in the league, is that they don't want him to be, you know, you play him the first series of the first preseason game, and then it's 3 weeks till he gets an opportunity to play in a real game again. So he's super rusty based on, and just outside of just him practicing, you want him to get in the game actually. So you've seen coaches kind of throw him in that last preseason game, give him some reps, and then let that roll into the first regular season game. I don't know if Dennis Allen does that, but it's going to be interesting, man, to see just how all it looks, to be honest with you, fam. It's going to be interesting, you know, so we're going to see. But regardless of what happened, fam, we're going to have some fun. Ain't no doubt about it. Y'all know me, and that's how I do it. All right. What's up, Joy? Joy says, Pete was a yes man. DA took over, and I think Kubiak is not a yes man, so it won't fly. Thank you, Joy. No, Kubiak's not. And yeah, you're right about Pete. Pete's a beta. Clint Kubiak is, he's a serious dude. He's quiet. but he's reserved. And I called it before, like what I talked about when I first started playing his interviews before the Saints started making them ready or available to the press. That was when they first announced it. It was weeks or even months, I want to say, before we got the first interview from Kubiak. I went back in the archives and started digging up interviews from Kubiak from other stops. And I started playing them on the sports call and say, family, this is who you're about to get. I did that for Kubiak. I did that for Janoku. I did that for the running backs coach. I did that for the wide receivers coach. I did that for the offensive line coach because I wanted to know who these people were because they're announcing such and such as the new offensive line coach. So I dug up all the interviews, as many of the interviews as I could find. I played a few of them here on the show just to get us familiar with the concepts, principles, and thought processes of these people. And that's when I first started watching his stuff. He's very consistent. From what you've seen him as today, Kubiak, speaking about Kubiak, is what he was 3-4 years ago. You go watch interviews 3, 4, 5 years ago. He's the same dude. Talk the same way, quiet, confidence, reserved, very conservative approach. So, you know, the dude is the real deal. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Clint Kubiak is the real deal for the black and gold, to be honest with you, fam. And I'm really happy the Saints picked him up. I really do. I think it's going to be a really good thing for the team to have him there. I think Andrew Janoku and the rest of these guys are good pieces of people to have there as well. And I just like what the Saints have done ultimately in changing that offensive room. And it's a bit of desperation because they have to perform. And Clint Kubiak is going to be given total autonomy to operate the offense as he sees fit. And it's going to be a difference. I think it'll be a difference. I think it'll be much of a difference. Look, we had a beta male, very selfish mouse looking person in Pete Carmichael, you know, last year and got 9 wins with that crap. And you got, I think Kubiak can account for at least 1 or 2 wins, at least that. I mean, seriously, we got 9 with Pete Carmichael last year. We can't get 10 or 11 with Kubiak, a guy that's way more attention detailed, way more accountable, you know, and he looking right at the things that we've been saying on the show. Like, man, this dude, he don't progress, all this kind of stuff. And the same stuff we seen on film, on tape, but Derek Carr was still staring people down. I seen it. I was like, you still don't have that clock not right, but I don't expect it to happen overnight because you're trying to change certain aspects of Derek Carr game to fit what you're doing right now. And old habits die hard. So you got a guy been in the league for 11 years and you're trying to speed up his clock when his clock been slow. That's going to take some doing. You better run the ball. All right. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you for your commentary. Greg says, Q, how concerned are you about the shaky play from the old line? Is there any hope for Penning at this point? Yeah, I think so. I do think so. And I'm not just saying that because I and the family, y'all know that I've been saying that Penning at a left tackle was a disaster. I was saying it before they did it. Y'all put one in the chat if y'all remember when they drafted that kid. They was talking about playing him at left tackle, and I was saying, don't you do it. And I was blasting the Saints. I was blasting these people that saying that Penning could play the left tackle, and I kept telling them, no, put one in the chat. I was talking to this, and they were like, well, how they didn't know, Q. Well, how I knew, and they didn't know, and they were supposed to be professionals. How I knew. How did I know? And they didn't know, and they supposed to be the professionals. How? Because it's just common sense. If you're a football fundamentalist, you understand how things go. It's certain rules and guidelines that you don't mess with. They're foundation pieces that you don't disturb. And that's one of them. You don't take that guy. You had one of the highest paid tackles at the time. And mind you, this was before they started telling you the truth about Ramczyk's injury. They've been dealing with Ramczyk's knee issue. Been dealing with it. They put Penning at left tackle because they didn't want to expose Ramczyk, because Ram was supposed to make the move from right to left. He was at the time one of the highest paid offensive linemen at his position. And I was like, man, what are they doing? You don't put that blind side tackle. You don't get that position to a rookie with Derek Carr as the quarterback. You don't do that. I was saying that about whoever they had back there. You can't do that to them. You can't do that to Penning. He'll be fine. And then Penning doesn't play the entire first year. Played the last year. Well, he played the last game of the year, which was the Carolina game. The next year he came back. They put him at the tackle. He crashed and burned in 4 or 5 games. They benched him. They didn't deactivate him. They just benched him and buried him on the active roster. And then later on in the year, you seen him creep back in extra lineman blocking duties. They'll have him out there as an extra lineman to block, stuff like that. And then the third year, which you got to remember, if a player plays like they're supposed to play from year 1 to 2 to 3, if, for instance, look at a third year player is Alontae Taylor. Look what happened to Paulson Adebo. Let's just say Paulson Adebo. Look what happened to Paulson Adebo. Look how far along Paulson Adebo is from where he was in his rookie year. That's what live rep gets you. Live reps and game snaps like that. When things are really counting the speed of the game, that's when you really develop. He was denied that. They didn't play. They played him 1 game in a rookie year. He didn't do anything. The second year, he played 4 or 5 games and they benched the hell out of him. And now this year, you the right tackle. They set him up to fail, man. And people need to start blaming the Saints a little more than Penning, because Penning they didn't choose wrong on Penning. They really didn't, family. If you Penning, to get the most out of him, you got to reignite that aggressive meanness that he has. That's a part of his confidence. And Penning, y'all go back in y'all memory and remember when Penning first started here, he was getting in fights with everybody. Put 1 in the chat if y'all remember that. Him pushing people, getting in fights at training camp and all that. Then all of that went away. That's a part of the nastiness is a part. That's the measurement you unlock or unleash Penning with. He has to play under control, but he is athletic enough, and his things are confidence issues. And he didn't develop these confidence issues out of nowhere. The Saints did this to him. You're supposed to put players in positions to be successful, not to fail. And the Saints failed Penning. They really did. So yeah, you can win with Penning, but you have to set up the system. Like you just got Fuaga too. Don't forget Tolly. Tolly's a left tackle. People forgetting about him because they focusing on Penning because of what he's been through. But you also have to look at Tolly. You have to look at Penning and whoever the left guard is. We got issues on this offensive line, and the Saints are making the decision to go with these players. Well, you're going to have to set up a scheme that benefits their abilities. So if you look at Penning, Fuaga, and Patrick, if he's going to be the left guard, what do these guys all do? Well, do well. Well, Lucas Patrick is not the best run blocker, and Tolly does a little bit both. Penning's more of a run guy than he is a pass guy. So the line is running. The Saints will have to set up a system where you get these guys in there running, and you're gonna have to speed Carr up to get the ball out of his hands. That's the answer right there. Carr can't sit back there with the damn ball for 5 seconds. That ain't gonna cut it. He has to go through and it's not just him having the ball and then just get rid of it. He has to go through progressions, which means he has to process every one of these wide receivers, running backs, tight ends that he has. So he has to cycle through his progression, not just look and don't really look. You get what I'm saying? You know how you look at something and then change it to something else and you ain't really get a good look at it? Like a fake look. You know, you get what I'm saying? You don't look, they look. But sometimes he study on stuff, and when you do that, he kind of sells it, and then the DB knows where he's going. No, you're gonna have to look around, and even if you're going left, you got to pump fake to the right to throw the safeties off because they watching your eyes. So if you know you want to go left and you staring left, and then you cycle to right, pump right, and all this has to be done within a certain amount of time. So he has to process where his people are, his targets. And if he going to the hot route or whatever the case may be, or the check down, he can't sell it. So he going to have to do all this on time, progress each one of these receivers, running backs, tight ends, whatever, within a certain amount of time. And if you have to pump fake, you got to do that all within a certain amount of time. That's going to be the thing that's going to be some issues, because Carr has been having his own time for the last 10 years. And now you're trying to speed him up, because if you're trying to speed him up, that means that whatever he was doing in in previous incarnations not good enough for what Clint Kubiak needs. He's too slow. Because every time he speeds him up, he says, that was good. Now do it faster, which means you got to keep going. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I said, you got to run the ball. So the only way, Greg, is for them to have a successful line is they're going to have to run the ball. They're going to have to play to the strengths of these linemen. And young offensive linemen can run block, especially the ones we got. Pass blocking, that's the issue. So we'll see how it goes, bro. But yeah, you definitely right. It's the offensive line is a big point of contention. CeeLo says Penning is overthinking his position. Of course he is, because his confidence is not there. That's when you're overthinking. You're not playing on instinct. And we talked about this before. Yeah, he says playing through the whistle. That's what he did. And they used to get into fights with people all the time. Y'all remember how he go? That's a part of his mental matrix. If that's not there, then if you're not seeing him play, fight through the whistle and all that, he's still going to be dealing with stuff because that's part of his mental matrix. That's tied to all of his confidence and all that. And he admitted to having confidence issues because he's rethinking, am I not good enough to be here? And when they start doing that, then you start having real problems because it's not a health thing, not physically anyway. It's tied to mental health. And that's when he starts second guessing if he's good enough to play at this level, even though he was good enough to be drafted first round. That's a whole nother thing. So that's why I say you have to be very careful what you do with these players and what roles you put them in and what they can do and what they can't do. And the Saints did not handle Trevor Penning in a way that should have elevated him to a position which he would look like a third-year first-round draft pick. He looks like a rookie because if you look at the amount of games that he started, it is that of a rookie. Even though he's in his third year, that's the Saints' fault. Because from an injury standpoint, he may have missed a handful of games, but a lot of that's on the Saints. When they stuck with Doug Marrone too long, a lot of this is on the Saints, man. So they're trying to bring him back, bro. So John Benton, who's the offensive line coach who they got from the Niners, he's saying that Trevor Penning could do it. He's saying that Tali Fuaka can do it. He's saying that Nick Saldiveri and these young guys, they can do it. He's saying that they can do it. So if he believes that, I have to be able to go with John Benton on that because I think John Benton know what the hell he's doing. So I'm pretty sure he would tell DA, we need some help. And don't be surprised if the Saints between, like I said, the end of the preseason and the start of the regular season, don't reach out and grab a guard to try to compete at that left guard position if there's still questions. I don't think they do the tackle thing. But it wouldn't surprise me if the Saints did get a veteran tackle to kind of be like a parachute issue or something failed because they really don't have a legitimate backup tackle that can do that. Ali Udoh is not a tackle. I hope they don't try to do that. And Landon Young, who plays guard and tackle, has not looked good either. He's facing being on the scissor list. Landon Young need to step up too. So we got some issues, fam. We got to watch and see how they all do it, man. We're going to see. Matt Drummer says, Q, what do you think about Nacua or Samson Nacua? I like Samson. He don't have a lot of speed, but he catch that goddamn ball and he physical. He physical. He can catch. He can catch. You got to work on a few things. I like his height and his size, his physicality. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's a project that's worth kind of keeping close to you. So I wouldn't be surprised if Saints kind of hold on to him. All right. It may be at the practice squad, what I mean, you know what I'm saying? Barbara says, y'all go back and watch Houston Texans game when Gary Kubiak was the coach and Arian Foster, the runner, and see how the zone running scheme is supposed to work. Shout out to you, Barbara. Appreciate that. Hoffa says, Mickey goes to DA Carr. DA and Carr got that good old boy relationship. Rattler not DA type, but Clint will become coach eventually. I don't know. That's a Mickey Loomis call in the commonsensical type of environment, maybe. But you got to remember, we kind of live in a bit of a limbo or, with Mickey Loomis as our general manager because he tends to, work at old thinking, and he don't want to turn loose the general manager position because he likes the spotlight that comes with it. You see, he don't want to turn it over and they're not forcing him to do anything. He got all of the power in, to make the calls and nobody challenge him, which I have a problem with that. And I've said it before, Mickey Loomis has too much power in the Saints building. He has way too much power. Dennis Lauscher is supposed to be the president. He should have made Mickey Loomis the VP which he already is, and take the general manager job away from him and get him to a young general manager, or give it to Jeff Ireland. Give it to somebody that's kind of closer to what the NFL is about, not somebody that is Mickey's past his prime on a lot of this stuff. I like Pete Werner, but we talking priority, and you using Mickey Loomis's thought patterns that he gave us at his thought processes about how the Saints are cash strapped. Why are we signing Pete Werner? I like Pete Werner, don't get me wrong, but there should be a priority list here of what we got. If we dealing with limited amount of cash, who's more important, Alvin Kamara or Pete Werner? I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I like Pete Werner, but if we talking priority, because according to what Loomis is telling us that we're cash strapped, that's why we can't do such. Then if we cash strapped, according to what he's saying, and we can't make these big moves and all of this, then we should have a priority list of who signed first. There is no other person on this team that's more important to the Saints than Alvin Kamara. There's nobody else. All these other guys could wait. The pecking list should be Alvin, should be next Paulson Adebo, because Paulson Adebo is the future. Obviously, they're going to trade Lattimore later, but I'm just saying a lot of this stuff don't make sense. If you are operating with limited budget, you're supposed to make sure you get your best players in there. So like I said, it doesn't make any sense, man. But nobody seems to question it except for you and me. So I don't know. Thank you, CB. Appreciate you, man. I just calls it like I see it, my brother. What's up, T Dirty? How you doing, sir? I seen my dog T Dirty in a picture online, man. He was up there, T, at something with John Hendricks. I want to say I seen a picture with John Hendricks them and at an event somewhere. I see my dog T Dirty in the background, man. Shout out to T Dirty, man. Jamie says, yeah, you do not want to see Derek Carr get hurt again because he had to stay healthy for the regular season. Like I said, bro, I don't think there's playoffs if Derek Carr is hurt. I like Spencer, but it's a bridge too far to want him to do that. That would be almost impossible for him to do that. And I'm not saying a young quarterback can't come on to a talented team and take him to the next level, but that'd be a lot to ask for Spencer Rattler to do, to beat, he did really well tonight, but I still want to pace myself with Spencer. I don't want to put too much on him. I don't want to break these guys, and shatter their confidence. We got to be patient with them. T Will, what's up, bro? Says Kubiak's going to want to bench Carr. Dennis Allen will disagree. Real hectic if Carr don't get them reads together on time. The pressure is here, bro. The pressure is here, man. Barbara says, I hate how the Saints play men out of them. Oh yes, trying to make a square peg fit into a round. Oh yeah, they do that. You know that, Barbara. You know better than I do, sweetheart, how that work. Saints been doing that for years, and it's unfortunate. But if you want a guard, take a guard. Sean Payton would be bored. I think he'll be challenging himself when he usually take a center. I'm gonna turn you into a guard, or whatever. I think he was just bored and challenging himself in many of those calls with Sean Payton. I remember the year he took, what's that kid name? I can't remember both of them. There were two safeties. One was a cornerback out of Wisconsin. The other one was out of, I forgot what. I know one of them was out of Wisconsin. The other one was from down south, I want to say. I think one of his name was, it was Saquon Hampton. That was his name. One of the safeties was Saquon Hampton. And the other one, I forgot the other guy name from Wisconsin. He had both those guys here, and he tried to change their positions, and they were corners. One was a corner, another one was a safety, and he tried to switch up the position. And I was like, what are you doing, man? I think he was doing that because he was bored. He was challenging himself. That's what I really think Coach Payton was doing. Oh, yeah. Okay, T Dirty. Yeah, I thought I see. Yeah, we're Ross. Yeah, that's right. We're Ross and John. Yeah, I seen a picture. I think it was on Twitter. I seen it, man. Somebody sent me a picture or, of the event. But shout out to you, brother. All right. Sean says, Q, it ain't too much. It ain't too much for Rattler. He remains composed and command. I know, I get that, bro, but still in all, you're a rookie. He's still a rookie. I don't want to put too much on him. I remember Ian freaking Book, and I know Spencer's different than Ian Book, but the comparison is rookie quarterback. And I understand Spencer we wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't Spencer Rattler, man. If it wasn't for Spencer Rattler, the Saints would have won this game tonight against Arizona. Spencer ran in a touchdown that tied the game. Well, no, they went ahead, and then the Cardinals came back and they did their thing. And then Spencer set up the kick. So he was responsible for 2 drives that ended in 10 points that ultimately put the Saints ahead to win. So yeah, he can't be denied. I just want to see what he does against a better unit against the 49ers. Hopefully he's not the guy that's quarterback in the 3rd unit. Because them guys, man, was Natrell Jamerson. There you go. Thank you, Greg. There you go. Natrell Jamerson was the other dude. Y'all remember? Natrell from Wisconsin. John Payton did that with him. That was messed up. But they do that. Alpha says the offense was vanilla because Kubi was not trying. Kubi, that's his nickname. He's not trying to show his hand until regular season. I know Kubi prefers Rattler. Okay, that's his new name. We're gonna have to start using that, Hoffa. Kubi. Yeah, Kubi. Kubi. That's his new nickname. Shout out to Big Bull Hoffa. That's the new nickname for Clint Kubiak. We'll call him Kubi. Kubi. Yeah, man. We be putting some nicknames on some people, boy. Yeah, Kubi. There you go. All right. All right. He got the juice, sauce, and venom. Okay, thank you. CB says I'm feeling DA does not want to have rookie start in order to save his head coaching job. He feels more. Yes, he drafted Derek Carr. You know, yeah, the roots run deep when you talk DA and DC. No doubt about it. He drafted Derek Carr into the NFL to head his team. And it's almost like he was like trying to, he went back to him to take him because he feels like he could take him to the next level. So the roots run deep with Dennis Allen and Derek Carr, no doubt about it. But one thing for certain is that he can't protect Derek Carr if Derek Carr is failing in these games. You can't. And the thing is also, if Derek Carr is failing in these games and the pressure from the family base is yelling out Rattler's name in these games and saying that if Rattler beats out Jake Haener to become the number 2 and the family members are calling Rattler's name in games where Derek Carr doesn't play well, then that's going to be difficult. So the best way to stop any of that from happening is the Saints have to win a lot of games. They don't have to win every game, but they got to be competitive and they got to win games. You're going to have to win some games. All right. So that's what it comes down to. All right. So Sean says Rattler's built different than other 2. Yeah, I got you on that, bro. I like Spencer. I wasn't as high on Spencer as you guys are, but you starting to get me there, bro. I've been, like I said, I like him. He still got some stuff he got to learn, but I would rather, I want to go and take it easy with Spencer Rattler. I don't want to give him too much too soon. Let him go ahead and learn what he got to learn. Let him start out by beating out Jake Haener. That's number 1. Let him start out, beat out Jake Haener. That's the first mission. If he's 007 and you send him on a mission, that's the first mission. The first mission is to beat out Jake Haener. And if you beat out Jake Haener, the next mission is, what the next mission is. So if my military folks in here understand, you can't do 2 missions at the same time. Unless they're on the same boat or whatever it is, you kill 2 birds, 1 stone type of thing, but you take 1 mission at a time. And the first mission for Agent Rattler is to beat Jake Haener. And the second mission you'll get after you beat Jake Haener for the starting backup job. That's how I look at it. Cartel says, I understand what you're saying, Q, but Lamar, Mahomes, Vic, and many more were rookies. I'm not comparing Spencer to them, but the rookie thought doesn't hold weight when we've saw many before him. But is he on that level, bro? You putting up really good quarterbacks there. Bro, you putting up game-changing quarterbacks there. Is Spencer on a Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Vic level? You putting up some heavyweights on that list, brother. That's a big list you putting up there. Yeah, we've seen rookies take it but you have to be extra special. I'm saying, is Spencer on that level? Is he on that level? I'm just saying, that's heavyweights you talking right there, bro. We'll see, man. It'll be fun, bro. We'll get it together. CB says if Carr goes down, not hoping for this, DA simply going to have to hold his nose and go with the rookie. If he win the backup job, he got to go with him. But that's the mission. That's the path. If you want Spencer to climb the list, he has to go through Jake Haener. So mission 1, beat Jake Haener. Mission 2, if you want the starting job, he can't get the starting job unless he beats Haener and gets in position to be QB2 behind QB1, which is Carr. And then we go from there. If injuries happen or if there's pressure on him, it all changes. It all changes. But we'll see, man. We got plenty of time to discuss this. All right, Cartel says, again, I'm not comparing them, but rookies are the topic, and Spencer had a hell of a game-winning drive. He did, bro. He did a really good job tonight. I'm just saying, bro, I'm saying I don't want to put too much pressure on this guy. Yeah, he did some positive stuff, but let me see if he can be QB2 before I make him QB1 is all I'm saying. That makes sense? Is that making sense? You agree with me on that? All right. Barbara says yes. All right. Thank you, Barbara. All right. So anyway, listen, we're going to get out on that, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We just touched down over 5 hours today. Listen, man, the Saints get the win 16-14. They're 1-0 in preseason. We'll be back tomorrow to do another recap stream. Also, PPR will be available tomorrow, Pelican post-game report. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be talking some Pelican talk from our Pelican family members on PPR channel. I think tomorrow morning, we got a Ring Kings boxing or recapping Ortiz. I think Virgil Ortiz, he fought tonight. I was doing the game, so I ain't checking, see who won. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get out on that. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you, Super Chatters, Cash Appers, the membership family, Patreon champions, and all of the family members of the stream tonight. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow to talk about, kind of recap a little bit some more, and we'll go from there. Much love to y'all, and I'll let y'all later. Peace, and who that to you.
Yeah. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. Sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Bucking on town, duck down. Falcons, pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, then you probably smell the crooked referees on Roger Goodell. Yeah, fucking like this, and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like this, and I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Your black and gold home for the New Orleans Saints.
WhoThatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoThatDaily.com is your site. The WhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. Remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shops.